Have you ever wanted a little something on the side? If you know what I mean. Well, we have the show for you. We're doing little things on the side of K-pop. Today we're talking about K-pop adjacent. Yeah, no, it took me all morning to come up with that intro.
I feel like it needs a boom tis.
Yeah.
I do have that sound. I should get that sound effect out for next time. Look, we are joined today by our fabulous author, Trish, who writes a bunch of, you write all kinds of stuff, but you're doing quite a few K-pop idol romances at the moment. We have Amanda from Certified Nooners. You do a lot of, they do podcasts and shows about mostly K-dramas and movies. We have Sui from K-pop Converters. Now, if you want to watch some reactions to K-pop adjacent groups, head over to Sui's channel because they do a lot. I believe you have a reaction to Dimash on there that's got like 1 million views or something.
We did
most popular reactions.
A lot. Well, yeah, and 91.
Yeah. And I know because when I was in Korea with your sister,
Megs,
we were with 91 were in Korea as well. So we were walking around Hongdae trying to find them, not like stalkers, just like regular people. And Brooke,
regular stalkers.
And Brooke, who's my favorite K-pop daughter. So, hi everyone, and hello to everybody in the chat. Brooke's you're starting a K-pop channel soon, aren't you, Brooke?
No. No.
Yeah, no, she's not. She's not really. Right. Just scaring her. All right. Today we're actually going to go through. I've asked the lovely ladies to let me know their favourite non-K-pop but adjacent groups. And we're going to go through. They're going to give us some recommendations. I've got some pictures. I did some research last. I'll tell you. You can guess who it was. I'll let you guess who the research was on. Well, I did some scientific research last night on one of the. Can you guess who I might have done scientific research on last night?
Miyavi?
Yes. I did scientific research and I have thoughts, but
we know you, Frankie.
We'll save the best for last.
Yeah. So we're going to start with Trish. Trish, tell us about tell us about your group, how you got into them. Tell us a bit about them, your first group.
Okay, first group, I actually have to thank Sui for this because I saw her mention this group on one of her reactions, or I think it was one of those like compilation things, like where she and her daughter and everybody was like talking about groups they liked and everything. And I was like, never heard of these people. And before the night was out, I had downloaded their entire discography. But it's like 91. They are from Kazakhstan, and they are basically the inventors of Q-pop. It was sort of modeled after K-pop, but it's of course in Kazakhstan. So they made the conscious decision to do their music in the Kazakh language, where a lot of music in Kazakhstan is in Russian, and so they decided to do it in their own language. And so I really love their music. They debuted in 2015, so they've been around a few years. The members are Zach, Alam, Ace, and Bala. They had a fifth member, but he's no longer with the group. That was AZ. He left for some reason. And their debut song was Ayatama. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. But it translates to "Don't Judge," and and Ace, their main vocalist, he actually trained in Korea at SM Entertainment for a few years, so he can speak Korean. If you want to kind of see, kind of their world mixing with K-pop, if you look up on YouTube, they appeared on a show called "I Can Hear Your Voice." And it was the Mama Moo episode. And so I've never seen the show other than these clips, but evidently they the groups try to figure out if people who are coming on are really singers or if they're not. And so guys kind of blew Mama Moo away because they were really impressed because they were singing one of their songs. So that's a fun clip if you want to look that up. Some of my favorite songs of theirs are Ayatama, which was their debut, Senorita, and the song that actually brought me into them was Ayama. I think that's the one that Sui had in her compilation, so it was the first thing I watched. And then a more recent one is Darn. And it's interesting because they were with a company called, I think it's Jews or JUZ Entertainment, and they recently left. It was sort of kind of a Got Seven sort of situation where they left and they're on their own now and they're doing their own thing. Yeah, freedom. As far as MVs are concerned, my favorite ones are Ayatama, and Barry Baled. That one has really good messages, and if you read the lyrics, let's see, they've had like 4 EPs, 4 studio album, lots of singles. So there's lots of their content to listen to. Interesting, when they first got started, there was actually some public outcry against them. They were kind of blazing this new trail, and there was a lot of public outcry because they were wearing makeup, they were dyeing their hair, wearing earrings, and this was just seen as corrupting the youth of Kazakhstan. So there were lots of protests against them. They had to cancel some of their concerts. They were physically assaulted sometimes and had to protect themselves. Yeah, it was kind of bad. But now that's like, and it was interesting because Zach eventually got elected to their National Assembly. He was a politician for a while, and he went to represent the youth of Kazakhstan, which I thought was kind of interesting. Yeah, so they're awesome.
You know what? We might actually, I might actually make a playlist. So I'll get these links from everyone, and I'll make a playlist of all these tracks to check out, and I'll put in the description. You can expect that a bit later today. Okay, Amanda.
I'm going to start out with Stephanie Poetry. Her K-pop connection is that I first discovered her. She has a song called I Love You 3000, and there is a duet version with Jackson Wang. So it's so fun, and they're so cute together. Like, and that was like a little, I don't know, chit chat show that they did to promote and stuff. She's with 88 Rising. Where I really sort of discovered her was back right at the beginning of the pandemic, sort of that first May for Asian American Pacific Islander month. They had a huge Twitch concert. It was free on Twitch for like 8 hours or something crazy. Wow. And they just went around to all these people's homes, and they were all, and she was on there, and, it was such a good concert. I discovered so many people outside of K-pop through that. It was fantastic. She's a singer, songwriter, nerd. She streams on Twitch, and sometimes it's her playing video games, and sometimes it's her writing a song, and sometimes it's her just vibing. Like, she just is very real, very feels like somebody you would be friends with. Like, you just feel like that. And she puts that energy out that she feels like her fans are her friends kind of thing. She'll chat on Twitter and stuff. Like, she's just sort of like there and like, okay, what are we doing today? And, like, I don't know. She's just, and she's got a great voice. Like, I love to listen to her sing.
No, I just hate her.
So like, what do I like about her? Everything. Like, what's not to like, right? My favorite songs are IRL, which is a song that she wrote to her fans and friends and family, sort of at the end when we were kind of nearing the end of most of the pandemic lockdowns and stuff, just about how she wanted to be out there. She wanted to see her friends and see her family. And it's just like all these different cities that she's been to or knows she has fans in or friends, or like, I want to go to Toronto and I want to be in Lisbon and I want to, like, it's just all this really cute sort of, I love it. Obviously I love You 3000. It's such a cute song. It's very sweet. Like, I love the duet with Jackson Wang. Like, I love that version of it, but it's very cute. Like, the concept is sort of couple who's in love, who know they're in love and they want to get married, but like, you know, I expect a good proposal, so like, don't screw it up kind of thing, but like, don't do it too early, but don't wait too long. Like, you know, and it's just this kind of keep back and forth of like trying to figure out your stuff. And Do You Love Me, which is kind of like she's a stalker, but maybe they're cheaters. I don't know. Like, there's a whole thing in this. Like, the
Sometimes
video
people are just stalkers.
I love the video for that one. Like, it's a lot of like daisies and like I'm pulling up it. But then there's also things where she's like grabbing up a knife, or she's like squishing like toys, and
It's a bit like Red Velvet.
Okay. And, like, the song is sort of a like, I know you've got somebody and I've got somebody too, but I'm counting down the days until that's not a problem and we can be together. And you're like,
Oh my God.
okay, but it's very cutesy and fun. And you're like,
I mean,
all right, Steph, like, have fun. And for a completely different vibe, her most recent video is called Bad Haircut, and it's so pretty and like very ethereal, and she's all in like tulle and laying in a field of flowers on this couch. Like, it's very, very pretty, and the song is really great too. Like, it's just the idea of like, I know I love you because you've got a terrible haircut right now, and I still think you're cute. Like, basically,
I mean, it's pretty much like that with idols and our biases, really, isn't it?
right?
You must be my bias because you look ridiculous, but I still love you.
Yeah.
Fire the stylist.
And it's one of the things that's great about, like, she sings in English and she tweets in English. She does, like, she interacts in English, so it's very easy and accessible, like all of her content. So,
well, she sounds amazing. Thank you, Sui.
Okay, my first one I'm doing is a group from the Philippines. SB19 is their name, and I think they're getting quite a bit of attention. So probably people have heard of them. I'm guessing. I'm not sure.
I did a reaction. I think I did a reaction. With them.
Yeah. So we first heard about them when Tori was in Korea on her study abroad thing. She went to a festival that Psy was at. Psy and I can't remember who else. And anyway, these guys opened for that festival, and I think they were still trainees at the time. I'm not sure. I have down that they debuted in 2018, but Tori was there in 2019, so I'm a little confused about when they actually debuted. And so anyway, they're modeled off of the K-pop model formula. Yeah. So they're very much like a K-pop group in what they do. They're rapping, the style of songs, they're dancing. Their main guy, their leader guy, writes and produces the things. Anyway, so they are Pablo, which is weird to me because I learned him as Sejun. Which is a Korean name, I know, and I don't know why. Anyway, he's Pablo now, which is weird. You know how guys change names sometimes, and you're just like, I can't do that. Anyway, Pablo, Josh, Justin, Ken, and Stell are their names. And let's see, what else do I want to say about them? Tori saw them in Korea, like I said, and then when she came home, I think I had started hearing people talking about them on Twitter too or something. Anyway, then we decided to do a reaction to them and got so much love from their fandom. Like, we were just it was kind of amazing. So then I kind of jumped in at that time and loved them for a year or so, but recently I've kind of forgotten about them, which I feel bad. One of their comebacks a while back was a little bit weird for me, so I was like, I don't know what you guys are doing. Oh, weird. So anyway, I will mention that one.
Lost all those fans.
Yeah. I mean, K-pop as well.
I don't know. They forgot about me all a long time ago. But okay, so
they call you the weird lady now.
Yes,
you see,
probably.
You're weird. No, you're weird.
They debuted. I think you guys. I feel like I knew stuff and
what?
Wow!
Someone having an accident.
Wow, it's noisy. It's not noisy here. That would be not okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, I feel like I knew stuff, but then when I looked it up, I was like, wait, I don't understand. But anyway, it says that they debuted with this beautiful song called Tilaluha, and that is my favorite one by them. And I didn't think that was their debut song, but maybe it is. I don't know. It's a beautiful ballad. Their voices are amazing. I love it so much. And then Burning is another good one to watch, and Go Up, really cute song. And then there's, I don't know how to say it, guys. This is what's hard about this conversation. Ikako is another really beautiful one. So all those music videos would be fun to look up for people. And then when I was researching last night, I saw that they dropped one just maybe last week or a couple weeks ago. And it's called WYAT, or Where You At. And that one was really fun. It's very disco-y. They totally discoed that one up big time. Awesome. So that would be a fun one to look at, and I'll add to the playlist. Also, their live stages are great. I just wanted to say that too. So
which one was there? I think did they have an MV where they were out in the desert and they had sort of uniformy type stuff on? It was very K-poppy. It was sort of all khaki and tan, and they're out in the desert and there's wind and.
It could have been the one that I thought was kind of weirdish.
I think that was it. Yeah.
What was the name of that one? I thought I wrote it down.
But it was very K-pop. It looked very K-poppy to me, but I wasn't crazy about the song. But the clip was very, very K-poppy.
Yeah, I thought I wrote that down, but now I can't see it, so I can't remember the name of it. What?
I think it's all those on the playlist.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's just called What. It might be that one. They were all over the place in that one. It was weird.
It was funny to me. I spent part of the day like cutting out the names of stuff and putting it in Google Translate so I could figure out what it meant and hear it. Yeah. And I still butchered everything, but it was like I was making the effort.
My Vietnam one in a minute is going to be the hardest, so we'll see how I do.
Oh, all right, Brooke.
Hi. I'm going to start out with sort of a similar situation as Sui. With the Chinese group Wonder. They debuted in 2018, and it's a similar situation where if you enjoy K-pop, you're probably going to enjoy this as well. They have 3 members, Pinkray, Kewin, and Didi, and they used to have a 4th member named Kato. He left in 2019. And all of these guys were on Idol Producer in China, which is kind of like Produce 101. They were all eliminated, and they made this group, which is kind of a weird concept in that they're all soloists within the same group. So it's a collective, but they're all different. And when they release solos, it's still under that group, kind of like what AB6 does. For me,
Pinkray.
I didn't even try to pronounce their actual names. I can't do it. And I heard about them from Lucy and Frankie. Lucy actually helped me find some of this information because there's not a whole lot of them online. I think most of their information would probably be on like Weibo. Because they're a Chinese group. but their YouTube channel, Chin's Entertainment, has quite a lot of content on it. Personally, for like my favorite tracks and stuff, I enjoy Pink.
She's getting shaved this week.
Oh, she's the one that gets shaved.
Yeah.
I enjoy Pink Ray's solos the most. So like I really enjoyed To the Moon. And the one I had to put through a
Parallel Space Time.
Parallel Space Time.
That's on my playlist like constantly. I force the kids to listen to it. My sister, who doesn't even like K-pop or anything like that,
his
she's
voice.
like, and the music video, just his whole look.
Yes.
Oh.
Like the music videos, especially for like Parallel Space Time and then Dee Dee's Rebellious, those videos, if you want to see some wild stuff,
pretty wild,
watch those. And then like they have their group music like All Falls Down, and their newest album with like Puppeteer was circus themed, so that's a fun time. They have some live
I'm gonna have
stages.
to go back and watch more.
They have some live stages of their newest album. They're really good.
There's a parallel space-time live stage that everyone needs to watch. Yeah, gets a bit raunchy. It's a bit raunchy.
That's one thing about these guys. If they want to get raunchy, they're going to.
They're not under that strict K-pop morality.
Yeah.
Right. It seems like they get away with it. It's available. They haven't been shut down yet.
I like their edginess.
Yes. Raunchy, yes. Go do some scientific research
there. I'm pretty sure that in Parallel Space Time there are some blurs, but you know what's happening.
But, yeah.
You know what's happening.
My sister got mad at me. She goes, "Oh, it's okay." My sister lives in Seattle, which will explain a lot. And she's, "Oh, you know, all the women being objectified." I'm like, "It's a zombie being sawn in half."
Yeah.
Like, just. And I'm like, the pole dancers and everything. Good on them. I wish I looked like that. But you know, I look at the way they're doing this to women. I'm like, it's a zombie. Look, like just, you know.
Yeah. And
calm down.
When you watch it, just remember these are like mostly adults. I think Dee Dee is 2001, but the other two are 90s. So you're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
All adults.
It's safe.
Good. What are you saying, Brooke? What are you saying? We're allowed to look.
2 of them are older than me.
There you go. There
Baby.
you go. I'll be getting into some of that this lazy Sunday afternoon. Okay. Zooming back around to Trish. Who have you got for us next?
All right. So next is the other K-pop group that I really like. And Sarah was like saying, please tell me you're going to talk about them. It's Alpha. And they are a newer group. They just debuted last year. Yeah. They debuted in October of last year. And their members are NB, Dark, Ebu, I, and Kozi. Some of the videos you'll know Kozi because he has like this like really fluffy curly hair, but he's recently cut it off and has a mustache. And I'm like, not loving this.
Are they the group that's dropped these real sort of dance tracks, but they've got these really bizarre sort of costumes in the music videos? Like, what if they're the same ones I'm thinking of?
I don't remember.
Maybe not
costumes.
Maybe not. Maybe someone else. It's another. Are they Kazakh group?
They're a Kazakh.
Okay.
Yeah. But like their debut was Sinya Alai, and that was one of the ones that I put in and tried to say it right. So I don't know if I did or not. And then a couple others that I really, really like are Dopamine, which came out this year, and I have played that song half to death. I mean, it's just such a good song, and it's and MB's dancing in it is just primo. And another one is Ostemba, and that one I don't think it has like an actual music video, but there is an acoustic performance of it that is really good. That shows, you know, how good of singers they are and stuff. But yeah, they're just really, really good. And I'm hoping, yeah, Dopamine, yeah, it's so good. And I really hope that they're around a long time and put out a lot of music, because I'm really enjoying their stuff. And NB's my bias.
Okay, so Dopamine is Kazakh for dopamine. Okay. Yeah, didn't think there would be two words that were that similar.
And and there's another. Is there another one? It's a little on the short side. I think it's slightly under 3 minutes. And I'm like, wait, I want this song to be longer.
Yeah, it's just 2:56. I was just looking at it to find out which one it was. Yeah, and that's I think Jamie showed me that one, and I've been put it on my playlist.
Yeah, I really like that video, but probably the best video I think is Sinyo Lai, which was their debut. That looked like the one that had probably the biggest budget, and is most probably like a K-pop video. I recommend that one.
Okay, Amanda.
My next group is from China. I'm hoping I'm saying this right, but Fanxy Red. It's Fanxy Red.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's probably
you might think
Fanxy, yeah.
Like looking at, you know, the picture that it's a boy group, but it is not. This is a girl group that is intentionally styled androgynously. They are.
I think I've heard about this.
Their stage names are all guys' names. They're Luke Heron, who goes by K, and then there's Roy and Marco are the current members. They've had more members in the past, and it's sort of fluctuated a bit. Previously, they were known as FFC A Crush or just A Crush. Some of the videos, like, you really would not know. Like, if you watch their video for TOP, it looks like a boy group video. Like, they're styled like guys, and or have like that more boy group styling, and then they dance more the kind of moves that you usually see in guy group, like boy group videos and stuff. They do have a Korean version of TOP, but I like it in the Chinese version better. How I discovered them, we actually, for Certified Nunas, we did a C-pop episode, and I think it was Sky brought them up, mentioned them. I think I might have heard them before, because I think when I went to look them up on Spotify, I had one of their songs in my liked. But after that, looked into them more, and there's not a ton of stuff. They debuted back in 2017, and they have not had a whole lot out there, and some of it's not available on Spotify. So, like, it's kind of hit or miss. I really like TOP. I like Holla, Sanliton Girls, which is really fun. And this past year, they've mostly, kind of like what Brooke was saying, but them doing about a group doing individual bits. They have a lot of stuff on their YouTube channel. Their entertainment group is TOV Entertainment, and there's a lot of individual dance videos, and they each have a music video and a different song. Roy has a song out called If I. Also Blow My Mind. I love Roy. I love Roy's voice. She's got more of a, like, the deeper voice, kind of, but it's very mellow, and I really enjoy listening to her sing. Kay has one called Waiting for You out, which is also really great. Their solo stuff is really nice. Like, I enjoy it, and the videos and the dancing, like, they're great dancers. But like I said, not a lot out there. Marco has a single out called All Right as well. And it's all, if you look it up on the TOV Entertainment channel, it all is listed as Fanshi, right? But like it's not
individuals,
but it's still individual. So,
okay.
But and I guess some of them have had some flack and some feedback. Like they've gotten a little pushback about their styling, and like Kay in her more recent video is styled a little more femininely in some of the dance scenes and things. And she's been a little bit more vocal about coming out and being like, no, like I'm a she, her, I'm a girl, I just dress this way. Like, and like they feel like they have to defend their sexuality and stuff. So I'm curious if maybe part of the reason why they haven't been that active has been some of that pushback. But
well, and there's the crackdown by China too.
Right. So they're cracking down in China on guys that look too feminine. So I suspect that girls that don't look feminine enough are probably also facing some issues. So, but you should go check them out because
we definitely will. Definitely. Okay, Sui.
Okay, next up for me is a soloist guy from Vietnam, and his name, or he goes by, this is awful, he goes by Sun Tongue MTP, and I'm saying it very Englishy so that you guys can look him up. Anyway, there he is, yes, and he's so adorable. The picture, his long hair is from his NV called Lock Troy, which is amazing. It's so good. I can't even.
You got that K-pop lip thing happening. Like, let's touch my lip.
Yeah, he's got it. And I found we've learned about him because of Matt. You guys all know Matt, right? We call him Matt from Australia. That Matt.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt, I don't know if he's going to watch this, but he is the one way back in our early days. He suggested lots of things for us to react to. And yeah, it was really fun. And he suggested this guy, and that music video of Lock Troy is amazing. So we fell in love with him really fast. He started doing stuff around 2012, 2013. So he's been around quite a while. And then his, it was a little bit later where he started promoting his stuff, but he's just been on like tons of programs and tons of awards and things like that. There's another music video that I would recommend it's 14 minutes long. It's like a mini movie, and it's gut-wrenching, heart-wrenching, drama-ish. You will cry. It's amazing. And the name of that is is this the right one? Yes. Am Tam Benham. Am Tam Benham. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Anyway, it's a beautiful song, and the storyline is crazy good. And then my other favorite one from him is M Quad Nige M. This is so bad.
I would do any better.
We apologize for our English.
Oh my god!
Yeah, right.
I can hear it in my head, and I wish I could just sing it, but that's not going to happen either. M Quad Nine. Okay, I can't even do it. M Quad Nige Hum Qua. M Quad Nige Hum Qua. Okay, I'm going to have to give you the link for that because this is one that you guys really need to hear. So.
Yeah, we'll put all those links in the description. Don't worry.
But Lock Troy, LAC, and then TROI is for sure the one that I think people would love, and the one that I think made him kind of be known a little bit more or something. So yeah, he's amazing. He's just amazing. I don't know what else to say about him.
I think that covers it.
Yeah.
Brooke.
Is it time?
It's time. Look. So when I was doing my scientific research, and do you know, right, who does he remind you of? Because he reminds me, his facial expressions and the way he talks reminds me of a K-pop idol, one of my faves. Who does his face, even there in that photo?
Utah.
Oh no, but I can see it now. He reminds me, especially when he's talking. He's let's see if the chat knows. Yeah, is Hongjung. He really reminds me of Hongjung when he. If you look at him when he speaks, I was watching a couple of vlogs. I'm like, do you know the last time I actually watched a vlog? And I was like, oh, okay, let's watch this one when he's going on tour. His expressions, he even looks a bit like him, but everything to me was my son Hongjung. But Brooke, please tell us.
Yeah, so this is the reason why I only have 2 groups, was because I just like went and listened to Miyabi for like 3 days straight and forgot about everything else.
Actually does.
Yeah, he's part Korean as well. I believe his family is from Jeju. Like he's from Jeju and half Japanese.
Oops, I better take him off the screen. Sorry. I left him on a bit long.
So he first debuted in 1999 as a member in a visual K band, Deux les Côtes. It's French. I don't know how to pronounce it. Then 2003-4-ish, that band broke up, and then he became a soloist. So since then, he's just been like a rock musician, guitarist. He's been an actor. He was recently named an ambassador for something like musical arts related. And when I found him, funny story, I was a part of the like anime fan to Japanese music pipeline. So I started watching anime, and then I kept hearing about Miyabi and like a bunch of other musicians. I personally was more on the rock side, so like One OK Rock, Dion Gray, stuff like that. And Miyabi, I just instantly fell in love with his guitar playing, and it's just amazing. His voice is amazing. Look at him. His wife is a very lucky lady.
Oh my goodness. Did you see any of their, like during pandemic, like he and his kids had a band and like it's the cutest, best thing ever. Yeah. Like his kids are super talented too, and it was just a delight.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I love it so much. And then I would say for my favorite checks, it's a little difficult because he has so much music out. So I just kind of tried to pick things that I thought would be easy to listen to as somebody who doesn't know a lot about like Japanese music or rock music in general. So one of my first ones was Kekon Shiki Uta, which is towards the beginning of his solo career, so like 2004 was when it came out, and it's acoustic guitar, his voice, some other instrumentals. It's just so easy to listen to. I could just listen to it on repeat. Be happy. Some other songs of his that I really enjoy that I also kind of think are easy to listen to would be songs like Ahead of Light, Samurai 45, Steal the Sun, stuff like that. Those are a little bit more rock centered, but not necessarily metal. He doesn't do like full metal music too often.
If you're old like us, he has a cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit, which is
I didn't see that. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And one of the music videos I recommended is for his song, What's My Name? And the reason for that is because it's aggressively 2010. For me, because I'm a baby, 2010 is like my nostalgia area. I was 10 years old. So like that's where it hits me. That's like so that's like aggressively 2010. I love it so much. And then another music video, especially for K-pop fans, I would recommend is obviously Hush Hush, the song he did with King Daniel. Very good song, amazing vocals, amazing guitar, and the entire music video is just gorgeous. But I would say if you listen to any of those tracks and you like them, continue listening to his stuff because it's all amazing. You can't really go wrong. I could just sit here and list a whole bunch of songs, but it's really, if you like one, you're gonna like it all.
We're gonna do some more scientific research this afternoon after I've had some lunch.
Just a little.
Okay, Trish. We'll go one more from you.
All
Who
right.
have you got?
Changing countries this time. This is the group I know the least about, even though they have been around the longest. They've been a recent discovery, and it's Tilly Birds. They're from Thailand. And I discovered them earlier this year. They had a song on the soundtrack for the Thai drama Bad Betty. And I really liked it. So I listened to it, clicked on their name on Spotify, and just started listening to their albums. And I really like their music. It's really good. They've got 3 members. There's Milo plays drums, Third is vocals, and Billy is guitar and keyboards. Cause they're an actual band. They're an alternative rock as opposed to a K-pop kind of thing. Let's see. The song, I think it was the song that was in the drama was Just Be Friendly. Is that what it's called? Just Being Friendly. And it's also one of my favorite songs of theirs and music video. And also, as far as songs, I like, I can't read my home. I'm so old and blind, I can't read my, what is it called? Send You Off. And then they're another one of their music videos I just watched today. I liked the song, but I hadn't watched the video before. And it's super emotional, is Until Then.
What's wrong, Brooke?
Yes.
I didn't know if I was muted or not already.
Sirens, more sirens.
Something's going on in Brooke's neighborhood. But yeah, they've been around quite a while, since 2011, and they're pretty, also interestingly, they're pretty active in the pro-democracy movement in Thailand. I think one of them actually took part in the protests. But yeah, they have 2 studio albums, 1 EP, and like a boatload of singles. But yeah, I really like their sound. They're probably the first group from Thailand. I mean, there's idols, K-pop idols who are from Thailand, who of course I've listened to, but this is the first group from Thailand that I've really listened to, and I really like their music.
You should check out Scrub too, if you like. Yeah, Scrub with the double B, who I got into because of their song. They were in the Thai show together. So.
Oh, okay.
And they're fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Amanda, what's it wrong to you? You're next one.
So this time I'm moving to Japan with one of my favorites, Faky. It's a girl group, Faky. I love them. I love their sound. And Faky, like, they have gone through a bunch of different iterations. So currently, they are a 5-member group. Well, they're always a 5-member group, but it changes. So they're currently Little Fang, Mikako, Hina, Akina, and Taki. I think that's the current information I have. They are, as I said, always a 5-member group because that's what Faky stands for, is 5 ass-kicking youngsters.
I was wondering.
or for the night, like the more conservative audiences, it's like Fantastic Tokyo with the like FA in fantastic and then the, KY of Tokyo. But
Okay.
yeah, if you watch their videos, it's the concept is more 5 ass kicking youngsters. So that's a little more where they head. I discovered them because Spotify spit out a song at me one day. It was like, we think you'd like this. And I was like, I think I will. Thank you. So that was, and that song was Candy, which I haven't actually listened. I just realized that they, in an older iteration, like 8 years ago, they had a song called Candy. And so but I haven't listened to it. So I need to like go back and see if Candy is just a renewed version of Candy. So I don't know, like, why do I like them? I just do. Like, I feel like I was trying to think of what to say about Fakey and like why I like them. And I was coming off like the corn kid. Like, I was just like, it's corn, it's Fakey. Like, I just like them. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. So, yeah, let me see. So some of my favorite tracks are Candy. I really like Sayonara My Ex, which is, I think, their most recent song. I like the video for Sayonara My Ex. The video for Girl Digger, which again is one of their older ones, is just kind of cool. It's cool. It's fun. I like Little More. And I recommend checking out the video for Choco Fudge, which is a little bit sexy. They're kind of having a girls' sleepover time, but it's like witchy. Like, it's kind of like a craft sleepover. Like, it's cute and like, here's our chocolate, but also we can make the chocolate fly around the room with our fingers. And then they're like, it's weird, but it's fun. And I don't know. Their music it's just fun and it's interesting. Sayonara My Ex is not so much fun because, their ex cheated on them or whatever, like, that's not fun, but it's a great song. So
you had another couple there you were going to mention.
I had a really hard time. Like, so Ballistic Boys, I love Ballistic Boys. Basically, I narrowed it down by saying I'm just going to do girls today. So Ballistic Boys, if you're into K-pop, like, they've got a very good sound and they're lots of fun. And Scrub, as I mentioned, Van S. Wu on the left there is Van S. Wu, who's Chinese, and like, there's just he's an actor as well. And yes, he just had a song come out this year that I like. It's going to be in my top, like, probably my top 10 songs for the year. We'll drop
some of their stuff in the anything else we can think of.
Hard. I mean, like anything, right? If there's so many countries and there's so many singers, like you mentioned, like a Vietnamese singer, and there's one, a woman named Orange is basically the stage name. And she was part of, like, there was a whole video series of Vietnamese singers who did like these gay, like, mini movies as music videos and stuff, like wild stuff. There's so much out there. There's so much outside of K-pop to like.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to put the name in the chat of what you were talking about right then. I was looking up the name just now because I was like, those mini movies. I was just like, these are awesome.
So good.
So good. Hang on,
and
just a second.
Oh yeah,
drop those.
The videos are insane, but like the songs are good. Like, so.
Okay, well, Trisha's going to drop some links so everyone can check out. Sui, okay, last one for today. Sui.
Yeah, I would just wanted to say, like when Amanda said, that it blows my mind how much is out there. And like, I wouldn't have found any of this stuff except for K-pop. Like, I would have been stuck back in my black and white days, is what I call it, where, and this has brought like color to all the music. Do you know what I mean? And it's like there's so much. it makes me crazy thinking about when I discover something that I love, thinking about what I'm not finding that I love. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
it makes me
and
anxious.
I found a few, and it wasn't even. Can't even remember what it was. I've just found some random stuff. I'll just put them on my playlist. I haven't got time to actually get into the groups like I get into like I follow them like K-pop.
Right.
But I'll stick them on my playlist with my K-pop. And it'll come up in the car, and Alex will be like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "This is Madman, or this is Alpha, or whatever." And
so awesome.
Pink Ray, she's so sick of Pink Ray. She's so sick of Pink Ray, and I'm like doing Duran Duran dancing in the car.
Yeah,
he's so good.
Like
I could listen to the Moon on repeat.
Yeah, that's a good one as well. I need to listen to that more. I need to listen to that one more. Okay, Sue.
Okay. So my last one, when we were reacting to 91, tons of people were commenting that we should react to this guy. And so we looked him up. His name is Dimash, I guess how you say it. And
I thought he was Indian all this time because of it sounds like an Indian name. Yeah.
He's Kazakh yes. And so I can't say his last name, but you don't really need to know his last name.
Okay.
You can just look up Dimash.
Yeah.
And at the time when we were doing this, which was around 2017, 2018, he was on a singing competition show called I Am the Singer, I think, in China. Mm. And look how he's
cute.
He's adorable. So yeah, he was on that competition show several different seasons worth, I think. And he was winning. I think they had winners per episode or whatever. And I don't remember if he won the actual thing at the end of one of them. Anyway, the point is that got him out there and people were blown away by what he could do. And so one of the things I recommend is looking up some of his stage performances of that competition show when you see everybody's reactions and people, they had no idea what they were about ready to hear. And when you see him do his thing, it's amazing. So the thing about him is that he has a range of about 6.5 octaves. He can go as low as you can imagine. He can go as high as you can imagine. And it's crazy. And he's got songs in 13 different languages. So he sings all the stuff, everything. And he started doing this when I was watching him, that cute little picture. He was 22 years old then. He released his first album in 2019. And the thing that I read said that it went platinum in 37 seconds. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Mm-hmm. Platinum is amount that you sell, but I don't know what it is, right? Mm-hmm. Do you guys know what it is? How many you got to sell for platinum? Anyway, 37 seconds.
3 million physical or something like that?
Something, yeah. Anyway, 37
It's million
seconds.
Physical.
Yeah. So he's crazy. So he sings, so I said 13 languages, but he also sings all the genres. He's trained classically, so he sings beautiful opera kind of stuff. But he also sings pop and folk and rock and raps and all the things. So he's just seriously amazing. So Frankie asked, why do you like them? And I said, he is probably, if not the best singer I have ever heard. So that's why I like him.
Okay.
So yeah, the things I would recommend to watch are his live stages. He has made better, cooler, nicer looking music video productions of the covers that he did on his in his competition on his channel. So you can find the more beautiful looking things and more beautiful audio things. But I still think if you watch his live stages it's SOS, it's a French one, and the Vetus Opera 2. You guys know that one? Yes. Do you know what that song is? I'm not singing it, sorry. And everybody will know this song. Vetus is Opera 2. And then Adagio. Those three, if you look up his performances of it. And then he also does a beautiful cover of it. I think you say it's Dai Da Dao, which is the Kazakh folk song. Beautiful. And then he does some OSTs, I guess you'd call them, the soundtracks. And there's one called Across Endless Dimensions. And that is really awesome. And then one of his own songs is called Screaming. that I would recommend looking up. And then he just dropped one a few days ago called The Story of One Sky. And I watched that last night. It's another movie production-y kind of thing, kind of long, it's probably like 12 or 13 minutes long. And it is another one that will rip your heart out. It's crazy, crazy movie production with him singing throughout. So those are my recommendations. But yeah, if you look him up, you'll see he's got tons of stuff. So, but his stage performances are my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. Another one, like, I would just add, if you're a fan of like sci-fi and stuff, he did a cover of the Diva Dance from Fifth Element, and you have to be
oh, I love that. That's one of my favorite sci-fis of all time.
I guess I'm not familiar with that one. I should look it up.
Oh,
yeah, the Diva Dance from Fifth Element, he kills it.
Oh, that's how it goes.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I have heard it. But and like I said, the opera one, the opera 2 one, you guys will know that one too. It's that really popular where the singer can do all the ranges,
The
low to high.
Flippies?
The low to high. It's
Oh,
crazy.
okay, yeah.
I'm excited now about that.
Thinking of a different Peter song.
All right. Thank you, everyone. As I said to those of you in the chat, we are going to, or those of you watching the replay, we're going to put a list of all these recommended songs and a few other recommended songs in a playlist in the description later on today or tomorrow for most of you. So keep an eye out. Shut up there. Okay, look. I love that part. I love it. She's so fabulous. I'm always raving about her, the blue lady. And the dancing and everything. Yeah. So look, thank you very much for joining us today. Look, I have no idea what's on next week. It's just, it's just gonna be a surprise, really. Basically, there'll be a show on this time next week. I don't know what it will be, but it will be something. I'll be here. I don't know who else will. That's pretty much how we roll these days. So thanks everyone. So we'll see you later, everyone. Bye. Bye.